Crill, real name Naasir Francis, was only 22 years old when he was murdered in what was described as one of the biggest gang rideouts in Birmingham at the time. Now, Crill was friends with big-time Birmingham rappers like Marnz, Malone and Mowgli. On the 26th of August 2020, CCTV showed the moment that Crill and his mate Lawerence were driving around in a white Lexus along Lozell Road in Birmingham at roughly 12:30 p.m, that being noon. Now, Crill and Lawerence spotted their rivals, Teeko and Darnell Donovan Harris, standing outside the shop. Immediately, the Lexus pulled to a stop and Crill and Lawerence made a colossal mistake, a fatal mistake. They exited the Lexus and then gave chase to Teeko and Darnell before fleeing in another car. Now, police believe that Crill and Lawerence saw that Teeko and Darnell had a weapon, so the gang members went to an address, gathered up ammo and their pistols, and then returned to Lozell Road, all in the span of roughly 30 minutes. Now, Lawerence returned to the scene on a pedal bike, while CCTV showed Crill walking. A shootout occurred between the two gangs in broad daylight and in front of innocent bystanders. Cars were also struck with ammo. Now, Lawerence took out his pistol and fired first, ready to strike any moving target and get them down. Teeko then returned fire. Now, with adrenaline pumping and the fact that police had been notified of the carnage, Lawerence tried to escape by pedaling away. Crill got back into the Lexus. However, Teeko and Darnell had ran after Lawerence. That's when Darnell spotted Crill in the Lexus and opened the car door and struck Crill over 13 times. Crazily, Darnell then moved out of the way. Teeko then moved forward, took aim at Crill, and then struck the car multiple times at close range, including Crill. Now, there was no way that Crill could survive. He was struck in his stomach and it proved fatal. This was an execution that was captured on CCTV and witnessed by the Birmingham public, again in broad daylight. Now, Lawerence had the inkling as to what was happening to his friend and tried to return fire again towards Teeko and Darnell. After Teeko and Darnell ran away, Lawerence then got into the Lexus and then drove to a nearby street before leaving Crill to the members of the public. Then, Lawerence just escaped. Now, this was a simple case. Each gang member was captured on CCTV and the general public had given names. Darnell Donovan Harris was arrested. He admitted that he was at the scene, which was proven because police had taken their phone and was able to pinpoint their location. Now, Lawerence also admitted to being at the scene too. As for Teeko he denied being at the scene when arrested. In court, Teeko was jailed and sentenced to life with a minimum term of 20 years after being found guilty of DM. Darnell Donovan Harris was jailed for 18 years, and Lawerence pled guilty to possession of a gun, and he was sentenced to 5 years. As for Crill, when the members of the public took Crill to the hospital, he was soon pronounced dead. There was nothing they could do for him. Condolences. Stay safe. Safe.